This week on Disco Life, it's part 1 of our cooling system conundrum.
In this episode, we do a pressure test and flush the coolant. Let me tell you about our 100 subscriber goal. We have a goal to get 100 subscribers on our channel. Thank you to all those people who have already subscribed to help us reach our goal.
Thank you to everybody who has already subscribed, and if you're just passing by, please consider subscribing. It'll really help us out.
This seems abnormal. Just drove it just for a very small amount. It's freaking pouring under here. Okay, so we're sitting at 17. I'm gonna start a timer and look for leaks.
So it sort of forces the coolant through the, what do you call it? Hoses?
Well, it pressurizes it. The system's pressurized when it's running. And so it pressurizes the system like it's running, but it's not. So you can sit here and look around at everything. And if you set it, like we're doing right now, and what we can do is we can come back and look in a bit and see, is the pressure the same? Like if it's the same for, you know, an hour, it feels like we're in pretty good shape.
Looks like it's already between 17 and 16, so.
Just gonna keep an eye on it. It looks like it's pretty much the same. But we'll keep an eye on it. It drips dramatically.
Yep. And we'll tell you guys if anything happens. But right now we're just gonna wait. So, news guys, this hose right around here has a small leak, not a big one, small leak.
Yeah, you can see that it's coming out right there.
Yep, I see it.
Well, that's fine. We have these hoses on order, so that's gonna get replaced anyway. But it looks like that might be our little issue here. Which is not that big a deal, I don't think. See how much PSI's dropped.
Looks like none from where I was standing, so.
Very marginal. It is losing PSI. Not a lot. It's been like 6-7 minutes. That's a pretty respectable leak. I'll come get it inside.
So, news, there's another leak. Yeah, I can see some fluid on the belt. We're probably gonna want to get that off. I don't want that belt to fly off. That would be bad for the engine.
Yeah, it's hoses. That makes sense. The hose was a little squeaky. It's getting some fluid on it. Yeah, we're definitely losing a little bit of pressure. Not a lot, but a little bit.
So we're definitely seeing some leakage and some loss of PSI, but so far it's not horrendously bad. So we just took off the pressure test system and we're taking the cap for it off. There weren't any major leaks, and we recorded all the leaks that we found. There was only 2, I think, and very low PSI loss, maybe 1 PSI probably.
Over 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really not that bad at all, really. So we are going to flush the coolant system right now and replace it with water. So first things first, flush the coolant system.
There's that clamp. That's over there. Let's pull it off of there now.
So we got most of it in this front one, a little bit in that back one. A lot of coolant. And so now we have some of the supplies, the distilled water, and in Dad's hand there. And now we have the flush cleaner. And we want to flush this until it runs clear. And then, well, we're actually not going to put in the coolant until later this year, right?
Next on the weekend. Next weekend we're gonna finish this job up, kind of by just replacing everything in the cooling system. So, okay, so it should be good. So we're just gonna go and fill it up with this stuff. Good to go.
It is really hot out today, by the way. Actually, it's probably not that hot, it just feels really hot.
Just fill that.
And then we put in some water.
This is distilled water.
And we put it up to the cold line, right?
Let's see what that does. Looks like that's maintaining. Okay, what we want to do. Take this off. That's a bleeder screw right there. Okay, so tells me we're in good shape. I need to clean up that hose real quick. So just cleaning up some of this that got on here.
Make sure that if you get any liquid on your belt, make sure to get it off, otherwise your belt's gonna go flying.
Possible, we don't want that.
Yep. You probably should just mostly keep unwanted, you know, water / liquids out of your engine in the first place, but, you know, sometimes it just can't be avoided.
Okay, so that's flush number 1 kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to use this. We just want to monitor those temperatures. We're only going to run for 10 minutes. But we just want to make sure that we're monitoring the temperatures so that in case it starts to overheat for some reason, we just can stop that right away.
Well, now we just let this run for 10 minutes. This is the code reader showing us the engine temperature. Remaining pretty consistent at 79 degrees. Oh, well, this spiked up to 80 degrees. So we finished running the engine. So these are what the pans look like. Definitely smells like whatever you call it.
Coolant.
Yeah. Antifreeze coolant. Yeah.
Yep. So at this point, we're just gonna kind of let it cool down because the water inside is got up to 90, which I thought for 10 minutes was pretty good. Considering when we were kind of doing this before doing some of the tests, like it got definitely hotter. So I'll take 90. No leaks really appeared, but we're gonna let it cool down, give it like a half hour, and then come back and do round 2.
Yep. Smells like coolant again. It also smells a bit less like coolant and more like water, hotter water. Very clear, I'll say that. What does it mean, like, when it says water is distilled? Like, yeah. So for this, we just want plain old distilled water.
Yeah. The reason is if you're using something like spring water has minerals in it. Well, the problem with minerals can be
that it'll get stuck in the engine and radiator.
the radiator is the bigger problem because there's really small holes in the radiator there. Kind of like the arteries and fats and things like that. Same sort of deal.
What does the radiator do?
Kind of like an air conditioning coil. Just kind of gives more surface area for heat to evaporate out. The more surface area there is, the better heat exchange there's going to be with the environment. Around. That's the water to be able to block. It's taking a lot more than usual. Huh. Another thing of water. Where's all this liquid going? It's not. Essentially, that's the high point of the system. A hole in it. But what I've done is I've made this the high point of the system by picking it up. So any air in the system will either would have come out here or here, but since I released this, when water's coming out of there, the only spot for it to escape is here. So that's why it's called a feeder. That's why it works as a feeder.
If you like this video, please like below. We've got a lot more planned, so if you like what you see, subscribe and follow us along on our adventure.